Well, hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and today we are talking about the ColourPop collection at Target. So ColourPop recently put up a big old display at Target, and I found these items probably about a month ago at this point, and I was so excited to see it because that's very, very cool for ColourPop to get into Target, like such a big retailer. I think that's awesome. And for the most part, ColourPop, as far as I know, has only been at Ulta. So for them to now be in Target is pretty cool. So it wasn't like a permanent display, it was just a whole end stand display. It's still there now. I looked it up today and it's still at least the Targets where I live. And my first thought was, is it going to be the same quality? Because this is the first like exposure that a lot of people might have to ColourPop that maybe don't know about the brand. So I hope they would have put like their best foot forward, put in like a lot of their best sellers and their most popular products, and that does look like it's what they did, because I saw the Super Shock highlighters there, which are definitely a product that they do really well with. They have the Super Shock shadows, they have the shadow sticks, they had palettes, and I picked up 3 items, so I'm just going to share with you my review, what I think, and if it's worth checking out. So I am wearing the palette today. I have loved this every single time I've used it. Let me zoom in so you can get a closer look. All right, up close and personal. So the palette I picked up was the Truly Iconic palette, and I love this. Every single time I've used it, I have loved it so much. That's enough of that. This is what the packaging looks like, and they had a bunch of different ones, and I went for this one because it was a color scheme that I don't know, it just kind of looked like something different for me, and I'm kind of getting tired of warm tones. I'm getting so sick of like reddy browns and orange kind of colors. Although I like those, I'm kind of craving something different. So this is the palette I went with. This was $14, and I kind of wish they had the cardboard packaging there, because the cardboard packaging is where they definitely excel. Like they just do that so well. And they did decide to put plastic packaging at Target, which is fine, but it's just so cheap looking and feeling. It, like, if I didn't know what ColourPop was and know the quality, I probably would have passed this up just based on how cheap and plastic the packaging looks, but that's just me. And then with the typography on the front and like the decals, it's not done very clear. Like it's not very crisp, and it's kind of like blurred together. Like you can see here on some of the names, actually you won't be able to see, it's kind of bright, but some of the names are just kind of smushed together, and like I said, not very clear. Like the stencils weren't really well done. It looks like it would flake off if you scraped it. Yeah, it does. Like I just touched that with my nail and it came right off. So I just don't like that kind of packaging, but maybe they did that. I have no idea why. But besides the packaging, let's talk about the palette and the formula. So here is the palette here, the one called So Iconic. This one comes with 4 shimmers, 2 mattes that have glitter in them, like that, those shimmer particles, 2 mattes, actually 3 mattes, because I forgot about the black one. So I love this palette. Like I was saying, every single time I've worn it, I have loved it so much. It has that really great quality that ColourPop puts out. Every single shadow in here is really good, except this one called Also Me. I don't know what it is about that one, but it's just a little too like flaky for me. Let me swatch this while we're at it. But same really good ColourPop quality. The shimmers are really pretty. The mattes are really solid. And every shade in here just performs really well, except that one in the middle called Also Me. I don't know why that one just doesn't do a lot for me. But here's the palette swatched out. I know it doesn't look amazing, but the colors are all very pigmented, true to what you see in the pan. Like that's what you're gonna get. The shimmers are really beautiful. And I just like this. I like this palette a lot. I think it was a great palette. I'm glad I picked it up. For 14 bucks, can't go wrong, good quality. But I do wish they did the cardboard packaging, just because I feel like the packaging is very cheap, and I probably would have passed this up if I didn't already know it was ColourPop. And all the packaging says ColourPop for Target, and I think that's so awesome. That is so awesome for them. Love that for them, you know, as people say nowadays. Oh, they also had lippy sticks. So I was looking up online to see what else they have. They have eyeshadow palettes, lippy stick trios. They have the Just a Tint duos. I think those are a lip product as well. They had glosses, eyeliners, lip pencils. They had a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of really cool products. So the next product I went for was the No Big Deal This is a Color Stixx Duo. So these are their eyeshadow sticks. And this was also $14. And it comes with 2 of them. And I have the shades Middle School and Apple Pie. Yeah, so this is the one called Middle School, this little like metallic lavender color. And then Apple Pie is this really nice, I don't know, taupey brown. And these are not my favorite. So I decided to go for these because I have one of these that I got in the ColourPop mystery box. And it's so smooth, rich, and pigmented. It's so intense. I actually thought it was a lip color because it's just like this blood, ox blood red. It's beautiful. So I went for these because I do like that one. But I don't really like these. I don't really like these, especially this one here called Middle School. It looks really pretty in a swatch. Let me see how I can do it right out here. And, you know, it's kind of dry. It doesn't glide that well on the lid either. The color payoff is kind of eh. And it looks pretty there, but when you move it around in the light, like look at that color it turns into. So when I have this on my eyes, it looks pretty, like maybe straight on, but throughout the day as I'm kind of just living life and I'm moving and the light is different, there are times when like half of my eye will just look like this, like brown bruised color, like that kind of color. And sometimes it looks pretty like that and sometimes it looks like that. And I don't like that at all. It just turns into like the ugliest color in the certain lighting. It just doesn't look good. And then this other one here called Apple Pie. I mean, this one is okay. It's just like a typical like brown kind of coppery metallic color. It's a lot smoother than the other one. This one is pretty on the eyes, but it's just not like, I don't know, it just didn't knock my socks off. But it is a pretty color, although I only liked 1 out of the 2, so it's kind of like this one cost me $14. I mean, it's pretty, it's nice, but they just didn't knock my socks off, you know. So far, the eyeshadow palette is definitely the best of the products that I purchased. I don't know, just not my favorite. Not my favorite, like eyeshadow sticks. Just, I don't know, they just don't do a lot for me. And then the last thing I got was a little duo of Super Shock shadows. And I have promised myself, I don't know how many times, that I'm not buying any more Super Shock shadows because I don't use them as much as I should and they dry up before I get to them. They do take a long time to dry up, like they're not gonna dry out like really quickly, but I'll have these for probably a year and then go, oh yeah, I should try that. And then I'm like, oh wait, it dried up. So this was, let me see how much this was. So they sell the singles for $6. The duo was $10. That's pretty good, I think, for two Super Shock shadows. So this is the little duo called Gorgeous, and it came with 2 shadows, La Mesa and Rooftop Cocktails. Here's the packaging here. The one I'm wearing today is Rooftop Cocktails, and this is what I have on my lid. I don't know if you can see like this green kind of sparkle. This is it here. It's one of these like really pretty green, blue, red, brown kind of duochrome colors. This does say it's an ultra glitter. And I didn't notice that when I bought it, but I probably wouldn't have bought this if they had said it was an ultra glitter because it actually doesn't say on the box at all that they're ultra glitters. It just says Super Shock Shadow Duo. It doesn't say anywhere that they're ultra glitter. So just a heads up, these 2 are ultra glitter. And normally the ultra glitters, in my opinion and in my experience, are like top coat colors. They're not really like to put all over your whole lid. You're not gonna get a ton of color payoff, although it does look like it's an intense color. In a swatch, it's kind of a lot lighter. And I find this one to be so beautiful with this palette. I think these 2 go so well together. This is what I have on the lid here. Like I said, I love it so much. It just adds so much like sparkle and depth and dimension. It's this really pretty kind of shifty color, and it does have a lot of glitter to it. In a swatch you can't really see, it just looks like a basic kind of duochrome shadow, but on the lid you can see a lot of the sparkle. It's really, really pretty. And then the other one is called La Mesa, and this is also an ultra glitter. There's this one here. And this one is okay. This one I haven't used as much just because I don't know, it doesn't do a lot for me. It's kind of just a little champagne shadow. In a swatch, it looks a lot more opaque than it does on the lid. I think maybe just because it's a concentrated swatch. But on the lid, it's just a straight up like champagne glitter color, which is nice. It's a nice topper color and more typical to an ultra glitter, like an ultra glitter formula I'm used to. But that was also $10. So What is my favorite thing? Favorite thing by far, the palette. I think this was so good. Such a great color combination. Even the black, like I'm wearing the black today, which I never wear, but I've really been liking black shadow lately. And I really like this Super Shock shadow called Rooftop Cocktails. Those are two of my favorites. The shadow sticks, I probably wouldn't have bought these, or I wouldn't buy any more knowing what I know now. I think it was kind of just, I wanted to try 3 things and I bought these, but definitely my least used of the products I purchased. And then the Super Shock in the shade La Mesa. It's a nice glitter topper, but not as beautiful as this one called Rooftop Cocktails. So that's my little ColourPop from Target haul with my little reviews. Let me know what you think. Have you bought anything from ColourPop at Target? I think it's awesome that they're there. I hope they stay. I think it'll be a really great addition for Target to start carrying some ColourPop, and it'll open up ColourPop to another audience, which is awesome. So as if it's my brand or something. Anyway, that is it. Let me know what you think by leaving me a comment in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.